Rashmi the right words at the right time.
With a raise of hands, how many of you have ever tried to console a heartbroken friend? Well, most of us. I tried it once, and instead of feeling better, my friend ended up blocking me. A very good evening to all the Toastmasters and guests present today. It's funny how we learned to speak years ago, but when it comes to the art of communication, that's a lifelong project. So often, we say something with the best of our intentions, and the other person interprets it in the worst possible way. Toastmasters International tells us that humans operate through different communication styles, and the major communication styles are supportive, analytical, initiative, and direct. And understanding the difference between these communication styles can either help you achieve anything you desire in life or lead you to live a life wondering where it all went wrong. And I learned this a few months ago when a very close friend of mine was going through a very difficult breakup. So, she was not going to her work, she was skipping meals, she locked herself in her room, and even after getting her dream interview in her dream company, she was not preparing for it. Instead, she was spending her days crying in her bedroom. So the four of us, her best friends, considered it our responsibility to bring her back on her feet. So we went straight to her home. The first person, our first friend, Darshna, decided to go first. She held her hands and told her, Richa, I know this is a very difficult moment in your life, and I know that you are crying right now, but I'm sure he will come back. Just trust me. I'm here for you. Okay? Can anyone guess what was the communication style of Darshna? Supportive, analytical, or direct?
Supportive.
Exactly. Darshna's communication style was supportive, and her sympathetic words healed Richa a little, but it also left her where she was, comforted, but still looking for a solution. So our next friend, Meghna, took up the job. She went to her and said, Oh my God, Richa, this is a blessing. You are free now. Now we can go to that new cafe. You can wear that red dress. And once he sees you living the life of your dreams, he will come back and beg on your feet. Now, Meghna's communication style was initiative. She tried to initiate a positive outcome from a negative one. But Richa was not ready to celebrate yet. So, our next friend, Abhishek, decided to take the matters in his hand. He sounded less like a friend and more like a CA. Let's look at the metrics. According to the historical data of your 3 years tenure together, this breakup appears to be a procedural error. If your agenda is reconciliation, then wait for 14 business days. There's a 70% probability that she will come back, and the most probable outcome will be a patch-up.
Oh my God.
Abhishek's analysis was correct. It made sense. But heartbreak does not run on spreadsheets. Richa was feeling better, but she was still looking for a solution. She was still looking for a ray of hope. And I consider myself a literal ray of sunshine. But turns out, I'm the kind of sunshine that hits you directly in the eye at 2 p.m. in summer afternoon and ends up blinding you. By this moment, I was frustrated by the lies my friends were telling her. I have always been a direct communicator in my life. However, whether it's voicing my opinion, standing up to belief, not tolerating disrespect, I have always been direct, and it has always worked for me. So I try to think the most logical and most direct truth that I can find, and I decided to give it to her. I told Richa, guys, please stop being delusional. He's not coming back. And he was a low caliber, low value distraction. And you completely a mess. And why are you so surprised right now? You spent more time swiping right on Tinder than you ever did building a life of your own. If you only spent this time in building your LinkedIn profile, you would be a CEO by now. Now I expected my friend to stand up and give me a standing ovation. Thank you, Rajni, for giving me so much clarity. My life has changed. But what happened was that she stood up and made a noise that can only be described by the sound of a tea kettle exploding. She started crying and she ran up to the washroom and locked herself there. My friends looked at me like I had just kicked a puppy. Turns out, being direct has helped me in boardrooms, in work, or other life situations. But for a friend who was heartbroken, it was a blunt instrument. That night, I realized that communication is not a one-size-fits-all suit. Instead, Toastmasters International teaches us these 4 communication styles, not so we can pick one and stay there, but so we can switch gears and change our communication style based on the person standing in front of us. So now I follow this simple rule and I urge everyone to follow it as well. And it is called the 1 second pause. Before you speak, take a 1 second pause and ask yourself, what the person standing in front of you is speaking right now. Is it motivation, clarity, support, empathy? Because changing your communication based on the person standing in front of you does not make you lose your voice. Instead, it helps you to gain connection. And that is how, friends, we avoid World War III or getting lost by a heartbroken friend. Back to you, Toastmasters.